Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new deck music video. I appreciate you being here, and today we are reacting to the Zef Parisoto Submerged Self EP. This is a 7-track EP slash album. He's branding it as an album, so I should probably say album. Maybe, I don't know, man. I'll just say EP, it's fine. 7 tracks, I'm used to it being an EP. So this is the Submerged Self EP. There are 7 tracks on here, 2 of which are collaborations, one with PERIPHERALS, I've never heard of them, but also Euphy. Euphy is Euphorian, and Euphorian is someone I really look up to and respect. So this is an EP I've been meaning to check out for a while. You may be like, why are you releasing a video on this like 4 months after release? Well, it took me this long to get to it, but Zef actually reached out to me and asked me to give my honest thoughts on this, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. So without further ado, enjoy my reaction to the Submerged Self EP by Zef Parisoto. This has been out since May 16th of this year, and I wanted to check it out regardless since I heard about it. I think from like Neo Aluminum, they probably posted something about it, and it looks pretty good. The preview looks really good. And then Zef actually reached out to me and was like, yo, you wanna do this video, and then I'll post it out for you. And I'm like, heck yeah. And then it took me this long to get to it. I promise y'all I'm not this bad on commitments, I swear. It's just work. So anyways, we're gonna start off with track 1, Make Myself Matter. Why am I getting Super Mario Galaxy vibes from this, bro?
I can make myself matter.
That is so airy and so spacey. I think he does his own vocals too. And if that's the case, I mean, so much respect right there. Older dub vibes, yeah, absolutely. Older dub vibes mixed with like some new melodic elements.
Write these lines in retrospect, but what I'm really afraid of, there's nothing coming after that.
I think there's a little too much crunch in the back, too much of the glitchy stuff in the midsection. Not really for my taste. I really like the world building here. Like this is it's just airy, and it's a feel-good song almost.
Me, I can make myself matter. Yeah.
That snare hits so hard. It's like a percussion snare type thing. Not that a snare is already not percussion, but my gosh. I love the vocals on that. Really crisp, clean vocals. Okay, I think there's links in between all these, so let's go back and check. There sure are. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, about that one, super crisp, clean vocals. It's so airy. It was almost giving me Super Mario Galaxy vibes. I like the message that it's portraying. I think some of the glitchy stuff in the midsection is probably not for me, because he had really clean vocals and then a very rigid and distorted thing behind it, and so I don't really think that meshed very well. But the actual 2 drops, I would have loved for them to have been longer, but they were cool in their own right. Overall, a solid track. Let's move on. Something to Believe.
Magicless, we live, we die as clustered cells.
Prefer the first drop. I like them both, but that's fair.
I am scared of death. If everybody's after life, I say just by the true beliefs, then mine would be an empty space. No black, no white, no place to be. I wish I could convince myself.
Why do I feel like that's... I feel like that's almost like a Viking chant. Like it's I don't know, it just sounds like that, to be honest. Interesting vocals. Yeah, the note choice is supposed to be off like that. It's very interesting, and I don't have lyrics for this one, so I don't know what he's saying.
And need something to believe.
I actually really like this one. Yeah, this is a very acquired taste. Interesting vowels on the vocals as well. Could be an accent or a choice, but it's interesting. I like the sound design. Sound design is really good. And I'm just like the actual execution and quality of it is great. I don't know if I'm fully on board yet. I'm sensing this is a very acquired taste.
I want something to believe.
I really like that lead in the back there. It's probably just preference. I can't really get into it, but I appreciate the amount of work put in. Yeah, he said that this is his best project to date. I don't know the rest of his discography, but if he says that, then I think that's probably accurate. Unique vocal take with the sound design. I don't mind it though. Like, I don't think it's bad. It's just it's very different. Like I've said, it's an acquired taste, and I'm tasting it. That's for sure. I wish I had lyrics for that one. I did not have written lyrics for that. That outro was sick. Never heard of Zef before this until I heard about the release of this. So it's an acquired taste. It really is. I really like the idea of the track. It's very tangible. You're able to really, like, I was able to kind of move with it and get into it. It's not something that you're going to lose your mind over, I think, right? But it's more of a feel-good, melancholy type song almost. At least that one, because it was absolutely in a minor key just from how it sounded. Yeah, it's a feely type song and not like a you know, losing your mind like what we normally do here. So, all right, this is an interlude, 33 seconds, A Strange Place. Zef's remix of Infect Rewind is so good. I'm going to check that out once we're done with this EP then. Let me put that down. I love that interlude. Holy crap. Oh, and that outro. Yeah, wow. All right, this is I'm Starting to See. Not very explosive, but has some moments. Yeah. For the remix or for the EP? For the EP, that I would agree with that.
There'd be no day long enough for me to say, but if that's too much, I guess I'm still okay.
I remember this one. Personally wish for it to be at least 1 minute for the interlude. Yeah, no, that's fair. I really like it, but yeah, I would prefer for it to be like 1.5 minutes. That drop is really good. Does it fit in with the intro? I don't really know. One of the most talented people in the scene right now. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not talented at all. Because that's not the case. This guy knows what he's doing. He's a much more experimental artist though, and I really respect it because not a lot of people do that. I think Euphorian is another experimental artist that I really enjoy sometimes. Like Affirmations is a very different track than a lot. His vocals are really good. It is absolutely an acquired taste, but it's still good. I dig his vocals, especially on this song. I think this is my favorite vocal song. Make Myself Matter is a close second, probably. Drop is unique, still not for me though, but it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be for everyone. This is like experimental melodic is kind of where I'm at, but experimental emotional melodic, if that makes any sense. Oh my gosh. As a person, he's outrageously humble, takes criticism like a champ. I'm glad because I am criticizing it a little bit when he asked me to review it. That second drop is such a good take on the first. I love the note changes there. Melancholic melodic rather than major melody. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Zentek, yeah. And I think there's absolutely a time and a place for that too. I don't know about a lot of artists that do that though, like on the regular.
The silly song of mine, of how I thought our feelings might align.
Gosh, that note. All right, don't you forget me. I think I said enough about that middle track, so we'll move on. I think I'm starting to see might be my favorite right now. Maybe. Make Myself Matter is still really good too. Oh, this is gritty. That synth thing is hilarious. That's definitely Super Mario Galaxy. I hear it. Oh! Okay, snare is really good, but it's clipping. It sounds like there's way too many effects on it. It also sounds like it's clipping. One or the other. This is like, why am I getting so many Mario vibes? This sounds like Luigi's Mansion type stuff. This is the darkest one on here by so far. The snare clip is purposeful, it seems like. If it is, then it's not for me, because I don't like it. It could either be a snare clip that's purposeful, or just it sounds like it's got too many effects on it to where it just sounds discombobulated. Oh my gosh! The freaking bells, dude! I didn't see that coming. Oh wait, what was that? I didn't really like that vocal thing there. What was that? I know. What was that? Yeah, that's not needed, brother. I really like how dark that track is, though. All right, this is What Did I Do? There's very subtle changes in the songs, like the transitions into the next one. Not as prominent as Cloudy's EP, the Decay EP, but I still respect it because it does kind of ease its way into it, even though there may not be something audible.
I'll write a song,
Disney intro.
And another one, until those questions feel irrelevant, and I'm back here in this moment. Maybe you will relate. Show it to your best mate, or maybe you'll picture.
I'm really feeling this one, actually. I really like the build up and then it dropped back down.
Just you and this life.
That snare. It's I don't know what to say about that snare. Yeah, because there's some points where it sounds, oh, it's so clippy with a lot of those effects. This one's really experimental. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Okay, I like that drop, but with all of this buildup, I don't feel like it fits. I feel like that was like almost a letdown. Okay, that's better. But it's halty. This entire, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just shut up. Hold on. This should have been the first drop. This should have been at 2 minutes 30 seconds when he was starting the whole drop process. I didn't expect this EP to be that experimental. I had no idea what I was walking into with this. Like I listened to the preview and the preview was good, but hearing it in full context actually definitely does give me a different taste of the music. So that last track, I want to talk about that. There was so much in that track that was just so good. Specifically, that was a one drop song, right? And it took just over half the song to get to the actual drop section, which is how one drop section or songs I feel like should happen, unless if it's super short, but that one was 4 minutes. So it took 2.5 minutes to get there with an incredible build, insane world building on that track. That's probably the best world building I think on the EP so far. But then we had a drop that gave us like 4 bars of like kind of drummy stuff, but also synth sustain, lots of synth sustain. And then we got a long fill, and then we got a second 4 bars with another different take, and then we got another fill, a long fill, and then we got the heavy stuff that was like the really rapid thing. And for me, that is way too broken up. Personally, I think the fast, choppy synth stuff should have been the first drop because it would have made more sense with the song, because it took too long to get there. And then when we got there, it just didn't hit the same. If it had that really fast part with the synth at the beginning when the drop first started, like, and I'm not saying a 4-bar fake out is bad. Do a 4-bar fake out. But that was a long build, and it doesn't need more loud build, if that makes sense, in the sense of 4 bars of all the drop elements, but not acting like a drop. Fill, same thing, fill, and then a drop. That only lasted like, what, 20 seconds? Me personally, the song's ideas and the sound design are good. The execution, I think, was lacking because it didn't deliver. I feel like I didn't get what I was looking for, and that whole build almost felt for nothing. That's what I have to say about that. Now I'm free with Yuffie.
Now I'm free.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go into it there. I was so ready for that. Okay, Yuffie is a great producer. I know a little bit about Yuffie. This has still got the Zef Parisoto experimental feel, but it's much more tangible. This is the best one for me right now. And then you have the high-end stuff in the back, another like Super Mario Galaxy type thing. That's what I'm getting from this EP right now. I actually didn't like the Youth EP, but Affirmations is probably my favorite Yuffie track, which she was still going by Euphorian. Snare and kick have either too much effects or they are clipping like crazy. I think it's the latter, so that's not it for me. Oh, what is happening here? I prefer the first drop, I think, but this is still good. Feels a lot different than the rest of the EP. Not a fan of how the track keeps changing directions. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I think this one's a bit better than some of the others on here. Specifically, What Do I Do changed too much, and that's the balance in experimental music. Is you need to find the balance if you're going to be an experimental artist of experimenting, but also making it to where the most amount of people can listen to it and dig it. Because obviously music is subjective, but you want your music to be heard and you want it to be liked by the general public. There's a balance of being experimental and trying to appeal to the average ear. And I think Zef here probably went too experimental for me. But that doesn't mean that everyone's not gonna like this, because there's a couple songs in here that are over 1,000 plays, and that means people dig it. So yeah, this is a great project. He said that this was his best project to date, and I could probably agree with that. I don't know the rest of his discography, but if he's saying that, then I think that is probably the case. I do feel like in the experimental realm, there is probably some more work to do of making it feel experimental, but trying to make it more appealing to the general. So don't make it too experimental to the point where it starts to get too confusing. Yes, because I think there's confusing experimental and there's not confusing experimental. And I think this was on the fence for me. There's a few things, specifically in Now I'm Free was much more tangible. Make Myself Matter, I think, was pretty tangible. I'm starting to see a little bit there. But there was a few things that was like, this is hard to grasp what's happening. And then it's like, I can't find certain aspects of the song that will make me dig it more, that kind of thing. There's the Zef Parisoto EP that I've tried to get to for the past 3 months. He also released, someone said, Infect Rewind remix.
Sometimes I get ahead of myself. I can burst out just cause I'm not feeling well.
So he added lyrics to this.
I know I said things now I regret this, but you still look hurt. How do I read? Burton said it's yours, fine, but I see your line just meant to be kind, which I could rewind.
He likes his vocals, that's for sure. I wish it was not as colorful. I wish it had more of the heavy aspects from Infect. But this is an insane remix. I guess I should rephrase myself. It doesn't even, it's not like colorful or bright, but it's not heavy either, if that makes sense.
Line just meant to be kind, wish I could rewind.
Yeah, what a remix. That's insane. Oh my gosh. The fact that he got that out of Rewind, which is a great but simple rhythm tune. GG's. Thank you so much for watching the entirety of this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe down below and let me know what you think of this project. I'm on several other platforms, so feel free to give me a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.